This is Matt from appup.io, and after a few takes I realize I am terrible at doing screencasts, so bear with me. Alright, this is a start to finish guide on how to analyze a transcript. First step, obviously, find a transcript. I chose the first Trump-Clinton presidential debate, and the Washington Post provides a nice transcript. I will put this link in the gist file. I'm going to go ahead and grab it from start to finish and do some formatting. So we're just going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, make sure we get it where it ends. One thing to note, the sign up button, that is going to be in the transcript, so we're going to have to remove that. I'll do that as the first step. Now we are in a text editor. Anything will do, Atom, Sublime, I'm using BB Edit. And we'll go ahead and remove this sign up. Alright. Next step, replace these double lines with a single line. And at the top, Lester Holt was referred to by his full name, but he's only referred to as Holt throughout the rest of this, so I'm going to replace this so that I can replace it once more later. And you'll see me doing that right now. We're going to take Holt, and then so this right here finds everything after hold comma, and you'll see while we're doing that in just 1 second. Alright, so what we've grabbed is everything between that colon and a new line, and I'm going to go ahead and encapsulate that with a quotation, or within quotations, so that it's the quotes inside of the statements aren't going to mess up the CSV formatting. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And now you'll see Lester Holt. Good luck to you. And go ahead and do that for Trump. And Clinton as well. Alright, one thing to note, I didn't get all of them because there was no new line at the end, so we're just going to add that one manually. One other thing we're going to have to get are these annotated events. So alright, so there's applause, there's laughter, there's crosstalk. We don't need any of them. And then one last cleanup. Alright, should be good to go. Go ahead and save this file, and we'll import it into RStudio. Alright, now we're in RStudio. I love this IDE, by the way, it's great. And, you know, it can handle basically everything. Everyone that works in R knows of RStudio. There are other editors out there. I know Microsoft has one. I haven't used it yet, but I'm planning on checking it out eventually. Alright, so we're going to read in this transcript, and just so you kind of get an idea, it's going to have the name and then the statement. And I'm changing this to candidate statement, and then I'm going to create an empty matrix. And this little thing right here takes everything that is not alphanumeric, not a space, and not a parenthesis, and replaces it with empty. And then it's going to break up that statement into spaces and split it. And then for each word that is in that statement, it's going to vertically bind the rows with the candidate and the word, and it's going to be a lot longer than that 320. So now we have 17,356, and it has some spaces and whatnot. That will be fixed in just 1 second. Alright, so we're going to create this data frame, and then we're going to go ahead and remove the empty and the ones with just spaces, and now when we look at it again, it's gone. Alright. Oh, one other thing. We're converting everything to lowercase because obviously when you do a frequency, if the words are different, it'll give you two different numbers, and you don't want to go through and add all those manually. All right, so now we're going to remove Lester Holt. Sorry, Lester, but you're not a candidate, and we need to refactor. All right, now we're going to create the summary and print it out. It won't necessarily be needed. It's just kind of a good thing to have, and then we can use it later. Standard deviation. All right, we're creating this empty export table, and then we're going to go through the words and check whether or not one of the candidates said them 20 times less or more than the other candidate. And we're going to bind those rows so that we're just pulling out the ones that are varied more. I should actually probably change this to like a lower count, but I don't know. Or it might actually make more sense to change this so that you are checking the percentage of the words said being 50% more or something like that. But right now, I'm just going to go through, and now our export table is created, and I'll have the number of times each word is said. You will want to remove articles, and obviously we're going to have 2 rows for every word, 1 for each candidate. Alright, next thing, this is just kind of a fun thing, find the words that one of the candidates said more. I chose Clinton, just because Donald Trump said so many words, and we'll get to that later. And then we're going to write these 2 tables, turn off row names because that is not needed for this. And fun bits, alright, number of words that Trump said versus number of words Hillary said. Trump said 1.35 times as many words as Hillary Clinton. Some other things. Tremendous. If you wanted to take a guess before I clicked that, Trump said tremendous 11 times. Clinton said it 0. Very is another fun one. Trump said very 71 times. That is a lot of times to say very. Alright, next one, important. I was surprised that this wasn't said nearly as much. I was expecting a lot of very important phrases. But 10 times versus 6, that's actually pretty close. Because the standard deviation is only 4, it will not fall into our export table. So you want to probably check out the summary and pull some of the ones that you find interesting manually, or just export that whole table and graph them as 2-line graphs or something. Or I mean, not 2-line graphs, a stacked bar. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and save all of that, and we can either plot it here using ggplot, or we can open up Tableau, just because I want to throw in another thing. I'm going to open up in Tableau. There are quite a few files here, sorry about that, just random things. I'll probably censor some of those out. Alright, and I've already imported these as bar percent and overall words. The bar percent has Hillary Clinton, obviously, or Hillary Clinton and Trump, Donald Trump, obviously color coordinated with their political party. And then I have the percentage tables, and the labels are just the number of records. So, yeah, you'll see that she was said 91.67% of the time by Trump, which makes sense because of the candidates' genders. Clinton said he 14 times, which was 20%. That all makes sense. And then overall words, there are a lot of them to go through, but there are definitely some interesting ones that are probably worth looking at in here. No was said 28 times by Donald Trump and 11 times by Clinton. And some of these with lower numbers might be worth taking a look at. Obviously, Donald was said mostly by Clinton, although Donald Trump seemed to have referred to himself. And yeah, so you can just kind of, oh, money. Wow, that's a good one. Where'd it go? Well, yeah, there's a lot to take a look at. Obviously, a lot of words were said during the debate. All right, and then I just have a dashboard. It was cleaned up, but then I was formatting the text to view on mobile better, and I haven't gotten around to cleaning up the dashboard yet. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed this. This is Matt from AppUp.io.